From the Mozak Athletic Center here in the campus of Providence Day School, Bahakel Sports presents Charlotte Independent School Athletic Association Varsity Boys Basketball. It is the visiting Cougars from Cannon School taking on the host Chargers of Providence Day. Hi everybody, I'm Tim Donnelly. My privilege and pleasure to call the play-by-play. For today's game, I'm joined by my color analyst, Charlie Hitt. He is a student here at Providence Day, a junior, an aspiring broadcaster. And, of course, Reggie Walker, who is with us on many broadcasts. Of course, Reggie is the producer of the Charlotte Sports Journal. And, Charlie, we look at those standings right now, very, very close. The Chargers on top, Cannon right behind.
Well, just like the girls' game, this is going to be a massive game in the conference standings. Providence Day at number 1 and Cannon at number 2. But if Cannon wins, then these things could flip because Cannon won the first time around. We'll see what happens tonight.
So Providence Day wants to avenge that loss earlier. They're coming off a very big win over Covenant Day here at home last week. Coach Ron Johnson, his third season here. He also won a state championship up at Davidson Day. He's building a very nice program here. And Reggie, only one senior on this Providence Day team, and you're looking at him right there, number 2, Jordan Appling. So considering only one senior on this Providence Day team, Ron Johnson's got the Chargers heading in the right direction.
That's what makes you look at this basketball team and go, man, they are going to be a problem for the next couple of years. And they're already good right now. That's what's scary about it. And Appling provides that leadership, that voice, that consistent mindset of how to approach the basketball game for these younger players. Going to be a guy that's going to be very, very big in this ball game.
He is a 6'3 senior, a point guard. And the guys respect him, Reggie, so much. He's a real leader on the court as well as what he does on the court during the basketball game.
I don't care what anybody says. You cannot win without leadership at any level in any sport. You have to have the right leadership. Obviously, it starts with the coach. But those players on the floor, on the field, wherever surface you play on, you've got to have that consistent voice that everybody can look to and get direction and the right mindset and focus in those moments.
Charlie, you're a student here. I think everybody was pretty psyched up about this big 2-game series between the varsity girls and the varsity boys and Cannon. What was it like so far earlier this week?
Well, like you said, everybody's excited. These are some massive games, especially following Providence Day's win last Friday at home. Everybody knows that the Chargers are at top of the conference, and as good as always, this is going to be a good one.
All right, Cannon wins the tip in the paint. Shot up, no good. Foul called. No, it's a foul, offensive foul on Isaiah Henry. So that'll give the basketball to Providence Day.
Yeah, you got the big guy down inside trying to get to his spot on that block. Picks up the offensive foul. That's not the way they want to start the game.
Jonah Lawrence recently eclipsed 1,000 points for Providence Day. I'll tell you, there just isn't a weak player on this PD team. In the lane, oh my, it was Nick Haley. Couldn't do anything with it. Three-pointer from the corner is good from Lincoln Vincent.
Yeah, Lincoln Vincent is what you call the epitome of a dead-eye shooter. Can drill it from deep with consistency and regularity. Look for him to get plenty of opportunities to get shots up.
In the paint, going to the lane and getting it. That's Trajan Thompson, 6'6 junior. And it's a 1-point Cannon lead. Now Vincent faked the three-pointer, but taking the three-pointer and nailing it long distance is Austin Swartz.
Austin Swartz, the Miami signee, he can absolutely fill it up. Got to have him tagged at all times, as they say.
He's going to play for Leonard Hamilton down there? No, that's Florida State, beg your pardon.
Jim Larrañaga
That's right.
Down at Miami. Remember, Larrañaga was the guy, as you see the offensive foul here. Jim was the guy who took George Mason to a Final Four back in the early 2000s. Gabe Norwood, Jai Lewis, that group of guys went to a Final Four out of the Patriot League.
Blocking foul against the Chargers here.
Or check that, they were in the Colonial at the time.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was going to say Florida State, Coach Hamilton, Patrick Williams from West Charlotte played there just 1 year and then was a number 4 pick overall of the Chicago Bulls.
And didn't have to change jersey colors when he got to college. And if anybody from Cannon's going down there, they don't have to change jersey colors either.
That's right. I interviewed Patrick numerous times for the Charlotte Observer. Great kid, very happy for him. And his best days with the Bulls, I think, are yet to come.
Tough shot.
Another foul, though, against the Chargers. It'll be their third already just 2 minutes into this first quarter.
This is the epitome of what Sports likes to do. He loves the step-back game. That's a big part of his game, to get opportunities. That time unable to get it to go, but drew the foul.
Their shot is up and good. It's a 7-2 lead now. Charlie, listen, Covenant Day went up, I think, close to double digits on the Chargers the last time here, and then the cream rose to the top when the Chargers came and won. So the fact right now the Chargers are down by 6, I don't think it affects them at all.
Well, absolutely, I agree. I mean, I think the most important part of this deficit by Providence Day is that it's very early on in the game. We have pretty much the entire ball game left. Here's Appling with the 3, no good.
Look out.
But time for Providence Day.
Slam, Isaiah Henry, and the lead is now 8. And Ron Johnson of the Chargers wants a timeout. Wow. So 10-2, and the Cougars got a couple of big three-pointers to start the game.
Yeah, great job getting the outlet up ahead. Great vision. And then the big fella, Henry, punching it.
Tell you what, though, Reggie, I've seen some of those misfire on occasions.
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, I have, but I tell you what, he wasn't in the air. He was levitating on his way to the rim there.
So we're early on here in this first quarter, and the Chargers trying to stem a hot start by the Cannon Cougars. And Reggie Che Roth, man, he's had a lot of success up there at Cannon, hasn't he, the head coach?
He really has done an excellent job building and maintaining that program up there. And what it comes down to, you watch his kids play, they always play hard, communicate well on defense, and play fundamentally sound basketball as well.
Wow, underneath is Julian Johnson. No foul, but the ball knocked out of bounds by Cannon. 8-point lead. Up front, Trajan Thompson. I beg your pardon, that was Jordan Appling. Now in the paint, ball knocked away. Cougars have got it. Look out, 2-on-1. Three-pointer, no good.
I don't think you needed that one. Go all the way to the rim, make the defender come over, and you've got the big guy Henry there to drop it off to. Instead, it goes back the other way, and you give up a potential three-point play. Nice attack there by Jonah Lawrence.
You know, I agree with that, Reggie. They had a 2-on-1. Just go to the basket, pass back and forth, get the layup.
Absolutely agree, and instead it costs you on the other end of the floor.
But meanwhile, Jonah Lawrence with a chance to get a three-point play, and it's needed right now for the Chargers.
Yeah, that was an aggressive basket by Jonah Lawrence. Recently scored 1,000 points in his high school career. Congratulations to him. But the Chargers just got to keep doing that. Attacking the paint, getting quality looks, and not settling from three.
All right, here's Henry in trouble, double-teamed, ball loose. And the Chargers have got it.
Yeah, poor spacing to make that kind of a pass right there. Not really room to do it, and it cost them with a turnover.
Out front, Appling, the only senior on this Providence Day team. Midway through the first quarter, 6-point Cannon lead. From the Mozak Athletic Center here in the campus of Providence Day School. Long three-pointer goes for Trajan Thompson. Now it's a 3-point Cannon lead.
Great job by Trajan getting the feet set, gets organized, and drills it.
All right, off the front of the rim by Isaiah Henry and the boards for Providence Day. Chance to cut the lead to 1 or tie with a 3. Nick Haley. Trajan Thompson Trying to penetrate in the lane. It goes up, in and out, no good. And the rebound, Lincoln Vinson. He loses the basketball. Wanted a foul, none coming. Now down low, the basket is up and in. Good job by Trajan Thompson to avoid that steal, Charlie.
For sure. That takes a lot of control by Trajan Thompson there. Almost got knocked to the floor and ended up spinning around for a layup.
Chargers have scored 7 in a row here. In the lane. A three-pointer. And now resetting is Austin Swartz. Watched by Trajan Thompson. Swartz looking for a pick. Here he comes. Holds up in the lane. No good. Heavy rebound from Jonah Lawrence.
Tough shot. Really great defense by Nick Haley.
Lawrence had the ball knocked away as he was trying to go coast to coast there. And now substitution, Braxton Winston. All right, our TV timeout here in the first quarter. It's a 1-point Cougars lead, 2:34 to go. We're back in just a moment. Back with you on the campus of Providence Day. I'm Tim Donnelly with the play-by-play. Reggie Walker and Charlie Hitt, our color analysts tonight. Big Charlotte Independent School Athletic Association basketball matchup. Chargers of Providence Day hosting the Cougars of Cannon. Three-pointer bouncing high. Jonah Lawrence couldn't come down with it. Finally, Cannon gets the rebound. This is Jaden Claggett, I beg your pardon. Out front to Swartz. You know, Reggie Vinson had that nice three-pointer early, but they haven't looked his way since then.
Yeah, Providence Day has done an excellent job crowding him, not letting him get an open, easy catch or a free look at the rim so far in this game since that big knockdown early.
Shot won't go for the Cougars. Chargers now looking to get the lead. Braxton Winston. Left side three-pointer. Off the back of the iron. Big rebound there from Isaiah Henry. Driving the lane and putting it in. Nice drive there from Austin Swartz. Weaving through traffic in the lane to give Canada a 3-point lead. Charlie, number 11, Braxton Winston, has won 2 state championships with the football team. He joined the team late because the football team went all the way to the state finals, but pretty good basketball player too, isn't he?
Absolutely. Well, he's, like you said, he's a fantastic football player, but his basketball skills are not far behind. 6-man for this Chargers basketball team that's sitting on top of the conference.
Three-pointer on the way from the right side goes for Trajan Thompson.
And the assist right there to Braxton Winston. Had a chance to see him play a lot on the football field, and I remember, because I've known his dad for a time, and I remember looking at his dad saying, "Is he?" And he's like, "No, he's a basketball player." So I'm really, really excited to see him on the basketball court for the first time in person tonight.
He was a major cog in that Providence Day defense for the last several years, for sure.
He is the epitome of a one side lockdown type of guy at that cornerback position, to the point to where he gets bored over there because nobody tests him anymore.
It's a good problem to have.
Absolutely.
By the way, Charlie, he's been compared to this former cornerback, Reggie Walker, as well.
I know that guy.
Hey, he's a lockdown guy. I'm a shutdown guy. There's a little bit of a difference, but it's pretty much the same concept.
All right.
Lockdown, shutdown, they're synonyms. It works.
We had a foul here on Cannon. We're tied at 12. 0.5 seconds left here in the first quarter. Be a Hail Mary coming up here for Providence Day.
I always love these situations because if the ball gets inbounded, to see if the guy tries to get the shot up before the clock goes off.
Howard got it off the backboard, a little bit wide right.
A lot of guys don't want to shoot those because they don't want to mess with their percentages.
Yeah, there you go. So 1 quarter complete. We'll take a break. Back with a second quarter action in just a moment. We are back on the campus of Providence Day School, and it is the Chargers and Canada all tied up at 12 apiece at the end of the first quarter of play. Quarter number 2 now underway. Trajan Thompson driving, left-hander won't go, but he's fouled on the way to the hoop and will go to the free throw line. I'm Tim Donnelly with the play-by-play, joined by Reggie Walker and Charlie Hitt, our color analyst, doing a great job with us tonight. Also, our producer, Brady Hugh, our executive producer, Mike Moore, setting the table very nicely for us tonight. Agent Thompson gives the Chargers the lead and can give them a 2-point lead here. Second shot up, got it. 2-point lead now for Providence Day. So Reggie Cannon got that hard start, but then have cooled off. And we saw the same thing happen to the Chargers and Covenant Day as well.
Absolutely. And you got to just continue to play. If you're the Chargers, execute offensively, get stops defensively, big-time 3 there, and now all of a sudden they push the lead out to 5.
Jordan Appling with a 3 ball. And again, Charlie, the fact that Providence Day does not panic, that, I think, is a big tribute to their head coach, Ron Johnson.
Absolutely. Well, you saw it right there. Nick Haley's three-pointer was calm, collected. He had a defender closing out on him, but it didn't affect his shot whatsoever.
The Chargers don't get rattled.
They sure don't.
They didn't against Covenant Day. They didn't get here tonight. At the free throw line, that's Austin Swartz sinks the first, and 1 more to follow.
What you have to like about this Chargers team, right, is they understand all they have to do is string together some stops because they know offensively they have what I call spurtability, right? They can give you an 8-0 spurt in a matter of seconds, if you will. And so they just understand, continue to execute defensively, communicate on that end of the floor, and the shots will start falling to go with the stops.
15-footer from the right baseline. Trajan Thompson and Charlie, the Chargers shooting red hot right now.
Well, they sure are. That was a very easy look by Trajan Thompson. It was your typical you go low, I go high type shot.
Steal.
Great
Haley
hands.
to Lawrence to the bucket. No good. Wow. Julian Johnson, big rebound. Long three-pointer, top of the arc. Thompson, it won't go.
Great transition defense by the Chargers. Oh, Swartz just forcing the officials to blow the whistle there.
And a foul on Providence Day. Chargers lead is 5, and it can be cut to 3 here. Swartz goes to the free throw line, and Reggie, he's had a pretty good start tonight, Austin Swartz.
Yeah, he really has. I like his aggressiveness. I like the way that he's attacking the basket. And then when the opportunities are not quite there to get all the way there, he's willing to take that mid-range pull-up.
Got the first. He can cut the Providence Day lead to 3 with this free throw. Up and good. The big varsity girls game for Providence Day went to overtime. Cannon prevailed 50-45, but what a game. Chargers came back in the second half down 10 to tie it up late. That's a 3-point Providence Day lead. They've been hot here late in the first quarter and here early in the second. Trajan Thompson up front. Foul line. Nick Haley. Nothing but net for Nick Haley.
That execution was excellent. Everybody on the same page. Ooh, a little nickel dime there on the reach. But I thought offensively this execution goes to the middle and then look opposite. We talked about that earlier. Great job executing, making the right decision with the basketball. Drill it.
Jonah Lawrence comes out and back in. Jordan Appling inbounding. This is Vincent. Back out to Schwartz. Watched by Braxton Winston. Now Vincent for 3. Got it. He's 2 for 2 at the free throw at the 3-point line tonight.
Yeah, they kept him quiet after he hit one in that first quarter. All of a sudden, here he is in the second quarter, knocks down another one.
Down low, Trajan Thompson open. I was going to say, Charlie, I think we've had more 3-point buckets than 2-point buckets tonight.
I think we have. I mean, you're seeing the high-flying offenses on full display tonight. It's really fun to watch. Great defense there by Appling, though.
Appling saved momentarily. 3-pointer from the corner. Off the iron. Quick transition now. Cannon. Swartz driving. Got around the Chargers. The ball goes in. It would have been goaltending anyway.
Absolutely.
Against Julian Johnson. Timeout. Che Roth, the timeout. With 4:45 to go here in this first half of play. Tonight's Bahakel Sports Game of the Week is brought to you by Queen City Audio, Video, and Appliances, your outdoor kitchen and tailgate headquarters. And by Acosta Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, the household name for quality and trust. And by Charlotte's hometown legal team. If you're injured, call the Downer Law Firm. Ron Johnson, there he is, third year head coach here of Providence Day, played at Barry University in Georgia, and did a great job last year getting the team to the final. Won a state championship with Davidson Day. And one of his players there, Jackson Threadgill, now with the 49ers of Charlotte. And there you see Che Roth. Well, you can't see him. He's in there. And Providence Day will inbound here with a 5-point lead midway through this second quarter of play. Nancy Beatty, the athletic director here at Providence Day, longtime athletic director. She's done a marvelous job. Providence Day was the Charlotte Observer Independent School winner last school year for the most championships. And the football team, 3 straight state championships, and she has done a marvelous job. Down low, Julian Johnson off the glass, but it rolls out and Swartz the rebound. Out front to Henry, driving up over and good. Boy, Reggie, he got up high there and avoided the block from Julian Johnson, and it was perfect off the glass and in.
It was very well executed. Speaking of.
All right, Nick Haley misses on the 3 ball. It's just a 1-point Providence Day lead. Henry behind the back dribble, but he couldn't control the ball. Down to Nick Haley. Oh my. Vincent thought he got all ball, but the ref said no. Let's watch it here.
You got a little bit of that left arm.
I guess enough.
Came across. And anytime you swing that arm as well, they're going to call it, more importantly, the fall. Whew.
So we got a timeout here called against by Cannon School. We got a good one from the Mozak Athletic Center, a 1-point Providence Day lead. We're back in just a moment. Bahakel Sports bringing you high school basketball tonight. Charlotte Independent School Athletic Association contest between Providence Day and Cannon. Nick Haley going to the free throw line. He was just fouled by Lincoln Vincent, and he'll have an opportunity to put the Chargers up by 3. Charlie, again, you go to school here. You're a junior. You're an aspiring broadcaster. Boy, the Providence basketball, both varsity boys and varsity girls, really looks promising. Only 1 senior on each team this year.
They sure do. Well, in my grade, we have 7 juniors on the boys basketball team. Next senior year is going to be a very busy day because this junior class is impressive and is really leading the charge for the Chargers.
Was there pun intended there, Charlie?
A little bit.
All those CHs,
on the second
right?
half of that.
Well, what did I miss here? I was daydreaming.
The juniors are leading the charge for the Chargers.
Ah, okay.
Said by Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Baseline jumper goes from Austin Swartz. Ooh. We're tied at 25 apiece.
That's a big-time delivery on the baseline.
3:20 left. Haley up front. Down low, baseline, Deuce Haynes. He'll pull up and fire. Air ball from Deuce. Swartz. The rebound to Henry. Drive into the bucket. Easy pickings there. And the Cougars have grabbed the lead here.
All of a sudden, defensively, a little bit of leakage by the Chargers.
Out front, Haley faked the three-pointer, thought better of it. Man-to-man defense by Cannon.
Thompson's already got 16. We'll see how aggressive he is here down the stretch of the second quarter.
Haley in the lane, left-hander, short, but fouled on the way to the bucket.
I think he was getting ready to pass that ball with his right hand. He felt that he was getting ready to get hit and kind of flipped it to the left hand and threw it up on the rim and got himself to the free throw line. That's excellent instincts. Excellent instincts right there to get an opportunity to shoot from the foul line.
Max Murash, the foul for Cannon. Team fouls are all even here in this second quarter at 3. Haley rims it out, no good. Substitutions for Cannon into the game, Jalen Claggett and also Evan Ingram. So Nick Haley will try to pull the Chargers within 1 here. Got it. 1 point Cannon lead. Here comes Henry. To Swartz. They've been the 2 big shooters. Vincent, I beg your pardon. Schwartz, pull-up jumper at the foul line. He nails it.
That's his game. That's his game. He is all about that pull-up and step-back game in the mid-range. That is why folks are so high on him on his way to Miami. That is the epitome. If you need a picture, if you need a piece of video of how he scores the basketball, that's it right there.
Charlie, he had good defense on him, too.
He sure did. That was just a really tough shot.
Great stick-to-itiveness there by Thompson and Haynes, and they get 2.
Mike Vincent in trouble. Throws it out to Swartz. Watched by Jonah Lawrence. Swartz fakes the shot, almost threw it away. Recovered nicely by Isaiah Henry. Throws it out, three-pointer. Off the iron, big rebound there. Skying high was Trajan Thompson. Appling. Haynes down underneath. Haley, that's a mismatch. Shot goes in, but foul before the shot.
Great job on the duck in there. This is a really good duck in. He saw the matchup advantage and ducked in right in the middle of the paint, showed his number, got the basketball.
4 fouls now on Cannon. The next one will put Providence Day in the bonus. Appling quickly. Roll it out front. Now Lawrence will take over. Lawrence to the left of the key. Pulls up, off the glass, and in.
Nice shot there by Jonah Lawrence. Taking the mid-range and, hey, using the glass as well.
Chargers regain the lead. Three-pointer from the left baseline. No good. And big rebound by Thompson. Quickly. Thompson spins in the lane off the glass. Can't get it to go. But it's knocked out of bounds by Evan Ingram. It'll be Chargers basketball.
Again, Thompson been pretty quiet here late in this second quarter, but had a huge start already with 16 in this game.
Nick Haley for 3. Nothing but net. And quickly now the Chargers are up by 4. 20 seconds remaining. We'll see if Che Roth and the Cougars will go for one last shot.
I was getting ready to say they better get across the timeline.
Guarding too closely Jonah Lawrence, but the Chargers had a foul to give.
Yeah, I think he was trying to draw a 5-second call there. His head coach asking for 5 seconds from the officials as well, but they say he got his hands in the cookie jar.
Seven seconds to go. Swartz drives, puts it up. It's partially blocked. Nick Haley at the buzzer. Good effort, but short. Well, we had a seesaw game in that first half, Charlie. The Chargers got the lead, and then Cannon did, and then the Chargers. We'll come back with our halftime show in just a moment. Stay with us. And welcome back into the Mozak Athletic Center here on the campus of Providence Day School. It is time for our Downer Law Firm halftime report. Downer Law Firm, your hometown law firm. Varsity boys basketball, we're at the half. Providence Day with the lead 33-29. It was a seesaw first half. Each team taking small leads. Actually, Cannon had an 8-point lead in that first quarter, but Providence Day roared right back, and the Chargers now with a 4-point lead. Well, tonight's Bahakel Sports Game of the Week is brought to you by Queen City Audio, Video, and Appliances, your outdoor kitchen and tailgate headquarters. And by Acosta Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, the household name for quality and trust. And by Charlotte's hometown legal team. If you're injured, call the Downer Law Firm. So there's your halftime score. The Chargers with a 4-point lead, still 16 minutes left to decide this one. Our halftime show will continue in just a moment. Stay with us. We are back on the campus of Providence Day School here at the Mozak Athletic Center. Halftime, Providence Day leads Cannon 33-29, and it is our Downer Law Firm halftime report, Charlotte's hometown legal team. Now we have some highlights coming up for you, and they're pretty good highlights. Charlie, 3-pointer here for Cannon.
Well, a great way to start the game. That was on the first offensive possession for Charlotte Cannon. And here's another 3. That was on the second possession, back-to-back 3s to start the game. That one from the Miami commit. Fast start for Charlotte Cannon. They got up to a 10-2 lead to start this ballgame. Trajan Thompson with the outside shot there. And then continuing the 3-point theme. There's Thompson again, back-to-back shots from behind the arc. Braxton Winston, the dual sport athlete running the floor. Nick Haley Another three. That has been a common theme in this basketball game. Like you said earlier, maybe more three-point shots than two-point shots. There's another by Haley. One of Providence State's many sharpshooters. And then Cannon taking it to the inside. Haley again. He had a great first half, like you've seen in these highlights, knocking him down from behind the arc. And this is going to be a great second half of basketball.
And a big event coming up Saturday. The North Carolina High School Athletic Association 4A West Regional Wrestling Tournament. The semifinals will begin at 11 a.m. and the finals at 3 p.m. Live coverage of every semifinal and regional championship match on Bahakel Sports. The top 4 wrestlers are going to the state finals next week, and there'll be over 50 schools represented. It's going to be a great tournament. We are moments away from the start of the second half, and we'll bring it to you. Bahakel Sports. We'll be right back. Back at the Mozak Athletic Center here on the campus of Providence Day School. Bahakel Sports presenting Charlotte Independent School Athletic Association basketball. The Chargers of Providence Day in this varsity boys matchup against the Cougars of Cannon. You see the huddle being broken there by Providence Day. And Charlie, a quick look at the standings before we have the second half inbound.
Well, we've been saying this since 5:30 when the girls played against Cannon. Both of these basketball games are very important for the postseason standings and the regular season standings. Providence Day beat Cannon the first time these two teams met in a very close game, and today it's lived up to the hype.
We begin the third quarter. I'm Tim Donnelly with the play-by-play. Reggie Walker and Charlie Hitt, our color analyst, and a opening third quarter three-pointer cuts the Chargers' lead to 1 point. Reggie, I would imagine both coaches were pretty happy with what happened in that first half.
Yeah, I think there were some stretches defensively by both teams that were not solid. I think that was probably a point of emphasis by both coaches at halftime, and then offensively continue to execute, make the right basketball play.
Battling underneath. Wow. Trajan Thompson would not be denied. Look at this. Takes the rebound away from Cannon, puts it up, gets the 2, and a foul.
Trajan Thompson had 16 in the first half. You see the offensive rebound and put back there up to 18, looking for number 19 on the three-point play.
Thanks for those stats, Reggie. Appreciate that. And it's back to a 4-point lead. And bringing the ball up the floor, Isaiah Henry. He's a 6'5" junior forward. Up front to Vincent. How about this Vincent kid, Reggie? Only a freshman.
That's a tough step back he took right there. It did not pay off.
They try to thread the needle pass down court to Jonah Lawrence. It does not connect.
A little bit too much smoke on that one. If he was able to collect that, he had a trailer. He could have dropped that off too, and they probably would have got a layup.
All right, Cannon basketball trailing by 4, early moments of the third quarter. Tuesday night, varsity boys basketball. presented by Bahakel Sports. Cross-court
Nice
pass.
diagonal.
Jonah Lawrence lets it rip off. Vincent has the boards.
He may pull up here. That's a good job loading up on him.
Three-pointer the other way off the back of the iron, no good. Fast break. Trajan Thompson. Deuce Haynes up. Good. And a foul.
Really great job by Trajan Thompson running the offense in transition, leading to a bucket by Deuce Haynes.
You know, I'm kind of surprised, Charlie, they even tried to bat that ball away. It looks like he had pretty good possession. Foul was not necessary there.
Well, you said it. Deuce Haynes was going to get the ball in the basket one way or another, being fouled or not.
The lead is 6 for the Chargers, as Schwartz, who's had a good basketball game so far for Che Roth. Top of the key. In the lane. Off the end of the finger. No good. Jordan Appling to Haynes. He lost the ball off of Deuce Haynes. Turnover.
Gave it to the big guy a little bit too early. Got to wait a little bit longer. Maybe throw that one up to the rim. Let the big guy go get it and finish there. Tough spot to put him in to try to catch it right in that three-quarter court area and have to try to put it on the floor.
To the right of the lane, it's Isaiah Henry in the paint. Twisting, turning. Also looking for a putback is Murish, but no good. And now we have a traveling violation against Providence Day.
Tough call there.
Back on the other end, that was great help side, I thought, by Appling. Came from behind the play to knock that shot away by Henry. That's what allowed the Chargers to get out in transition, but unfortunately they turned it over.
Both teams a little sluggish here in the third quarter offensively. All right, Vincent leaves it up top. Claggett. Now to Schwartz. Right of the lane to the bucket. No good. Foul on the way to the hoop.
Schwartz is a tough shot maker, but sometimes because of that ability, he sort of finds himself almost seeking those tough shots. He makes it a little bit more difficult than it needs to be from time to time. Right there, he gets bailed out in the way of a foul.
Austin Schwartz at the free throw line continues his stellar play, the 6'5" senior. Headed to the Hurricanes, right?
Absolutely. Coach Jim Larrañaga down there in the ACC. The beautiful weather of South Florida. Down to Coral Gables.
You been there?
I have been on that campus. They have an excellent arena down there as well. They've done a great job down there at the University of Miami with facilities and the like.
Deuce Haynes, great fake. Nice pass from Trajan Thompson. Easy bucket for the Chargers.
The patience right there by Haynes after the catch. Knew the defender was there, allowed him to fly by and scores.
Chargers now lead by 7. Schwartz, pull-up jumper from the baseline, nails it.
That's just so hard to guard. It was really great defense by Appling. But Schwartz, D1 commit, as you guys said, there's just not much you can do on that shot.
I can see why he's an ACC commit. Down low, right side of the paint. But Deuce Haynes will dish it out. Now it's Thompson. To Jordan Appling. Side Lawrence. Chargers being deliberately slow here. But Lawrence knifes through. Reggie, how did he get around those trees down there?
Yeah, the body control. He stepped to the baseline and then jumped back to the middle of the floor. They were not prepared for that. Slipped the defender. Good finish. That is a big-time move.
Providence Day back up by 7 now. Down low, Murash, foul.
I think they're going to get Deuce Haynes. Yeah, they get Deuce Haynes. Watch it here. I think, yeah, he swung that arm and got a piece of the top of the head there. One of the things about the officials and the way they call it, if your arm swings at all, they're going to call a foul about 99.5% of the time.
The trouble with Deuce is, Charlie, he got the guy's head and not the ball.
He sure did. Well, and that's what led to the foul, swinging the arms. And it's easy to miss the ball when you do that.
Braxton Winston back in.
By the way, one free throw missed. Already what you would consider a good foul.
Yes. Second up, no good as well.
It's a great foul.
The lead's still 7. Yeah, right.
That's how you got to look at it sometimes as a coach.
Providence Day can go up by 9 here with a 2-pointer. Up top, Jonah Lawrence will let it fly. No good, but he's fouled. This will be 3 shots coming up for Jonah Lawrence.
Well, and it seems as if the Providence Day Chargers just have an unlimited supply of playmakers on offense.
We're at our TV timeout here in the third quarter. We'll come right back. 3:14 to go in the third. A 7-point Providence Day lead. Back in just a moment. Three minutes, 15 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Chargers up 42-35, and an opportunity now. Jonah Lawrence with 3 shots. He was fouled on his 3-pointer outside the top of the arc. I'm Tim Donnelly with the play-by-play, joined by Reggie Walker and Charlie Hitt from the Mozak Athletic Center here in the campus, Providence Day School. First free throw by Jonah Lawrence, short. He's got 2 more coming.
Yeah, you see there on the replay, Lawrence hit. Didn't really have space to land either, so the right call. Now at the free throw line, and he's 0 for the first 2.
Looking to make the third one the charm and the only charm in these 3. He got the third one. 8-point lead.
Well, and those missed free throws followed right behind an empty trip to the free throw line for Lincoln Vincent on the other end, so it kind of evened out. What a pass.
Reverse layup goes for Isaiah Henry and a foul. So the Cougars have a chance for a 3-point play. By the way, Reggie, we talk about so many good Charlotte area high school athletes going to big-time schools and also going to the NBA. We've got our own Grant Williams, of course, here from Providence Day. Wendell Moore went to Cox Mill and then at Duke. And then with the Timberwolves, I think. And then you got Patrick Williams, West Charlotte, Florida State 1 year, and then now with the Bulls.
The talent is not the issue in this area. Nice extra pass. Lincoln Vincent gets over and picks up the foul, but excellent extra pass. But you're right. You talk about some of the talent in this area, and those are just the guys that you've mentioned that are already in college or the NBA. Then you think about some of the even the public school guys in this area. You talk about a guy like Isaiah Evans over at North Meck on his way to Duke. You talk about Sir Muhammad at Myers Park, who's on his way to Notre Dame. Talk about Bishop Boswell at Myers Park as well, on his way to the University of Tennessee. Haven't even gotten to Sadiq White yet, who's still got another year over there at Myers Park. So the talent, talk about another guy, Cam Taylor, who was at Olympic High School, now over at Carmel Christian. Absolute talent all over the place. And we haven't even gotten into some more of the players that are even younger that'll be big time coming out of this area.
It's awesome that we get to see a lot of these guys as Schwartz pulls up, and it's a 5-point Chargers lead. Oh, forgot about Bam, too.
That's exactly right.
Miami?
That's right.
Right.
Miami Heat. And then you know, and look, we just mentioned guys that sort of everybody knows about right now. Then you, as you see the turnover there, let's not forget, let's go back to North Mech for a half a second here. Trey Maxwell's got multiple offers. Vernon Maxwell's son, 2-time NBA champion. We know he can fill it up shooting the ball from deep. So the talent is immense. Then you look at guys like a guy like a Bryce Cash who came out of Carmel Christian, now at Queens University of Charlotte as well. So the talent is all over the place in this area.
And Charlie, of course, here at Providence Day, our dream team back in 2016. What a team. By the way, Trey Wirtz, still at Notre Dame, was on that team.
That's exactly right. And we haven't even talked about the football players in this area.
Oh, my goodness.
From this school.
Oh, yeah. Well, we all know what's happening. We got Jaden Davis going to Michigan.
Absolutely.
We've got Channing Goodwin going to Michigan.
Yep.
We got Jordan Shipp going to Carolina.
That's right. You got David Sanders, number one player in his class. You got Leo Delaney, a sophomore offensive lineman. He recently picked up Georgia and Tennessee offers. You talk about the running back Klein that came out of here as well. So many players. We haven't even gotten to Braxton Winston yet, who's on this basketball team. Just the immense amount of talent, not only here but throughout the area in Charlotte. You gotta love that.
Brody Barnhart too from Providence Day going to NC State.
Let me tell you something. Brody Barnhart is one of those guys. I think he's on the field day one at NC State. He's already got a college body. He's got a college mind in terms of the way he sees the game. As you see the foul there, he's going to be, I think, a special player beginning his freshman year at NC State.
And by the way, I don't know if Charlie knows. Reggie, I think you know. Of course, Drake May, the football player, going to be drafted pretty high from North Carolina. He played basketball, too, at Myers Park.
He did.
Even in his senior year he played.
He did. And let's not even talk about the fact that, I mean, you almost had, Charlotte area quarterback royalty on the sideline at the Duke-Carolina game the other night. Sam Howell right next to Drake May. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
Oh, yeah. All right, Cougars hanging tough here. Chargers are not been able to pull away here in this third quarter. We're down to 1:15 at a 5-point Chargers lead. Braxton Winston brings that ball up the floor. Right side to Thompson. Way out front, Haley. Lawrence looking for somebody down low. Nobody available. And the Chargers reset up top.
The thing you like about this offense, there's always movement on both sides of the floor. If you load up one way, you can cost yourself on the backside because somebody's always moving and cutting.
I don't want to forget about Grant Williams either. Went to the Celtics, of course, after Tennessee, and then now with Dallas. And just one of the nicest guys you'd ever want to meet.
Yeah, absolutely agree with that.
Mr. Class. All right, pulling up there is Lawrence, but the ball hit the top of the backboard. That'll make Cannon inbound the basketball. With just 26 seconds to go, we'll see if Che Roth and the Cougars will play it for one.
I think you should hold for the last one here if you can. Now, you're going to get some pressure defense from the Chargers to make sure you don't just kind of dribble it out and play four corners, but I would certainly look to hold it for the last shot. Looks like they did.
10 seconds left. Way out front. All right, 5 seconds now. Schwartz.
Step back coming. There it is.
Oh, no, there's the foul.
Yeah, they had a foul to give, I believe. No, that's going to put him to the free throw line. You can't foul there.
Agreed. So now Schwartz will go to the free throw line, an excellent free throw shooter.
Just got to play to beat him to the spot. You know he wants to step back anyway. Beat him to the spot, make him take the step back sooner than he wants to.
Schwartz got the roll there to cut it to 4. He can cut it to 3. And the Chargers will need to do a Hail Mary to get some points on the other end before we come to the conclusion of the third quarter.
Well, we've seen some crazy things happen today with under 5 seconds to remain in a quarter.
It's a three-pointer. All right, quickly. Here comes Winston, lodging it from midcourt. No good. We will go to the fourth quarter. 3-point Chargers lead. It's going to be a good final 8 minutes. And we'll come right back with the start of the fourth quarter to Providence Day in just a moment. Stay with us. Tim Donnelly back with you along with Reggie Walker and Charlie Hitt from the Mozak Athletic Center here in the campus of Providence Day School. Final quarter now. We got a good one, just a 3-point Providence Day lead as these two teams from the Charlotte Independent School Athletic Association battling it out here. Chargers trying to avenge a loss earlier at Cannon, and they have a 3-point lead. But Charlie, this is close.
This is a very close game. It looked like the Providence Day Chargers were going to run away with it a little bit here in the second quarter and the early third, but the Cougars have done a really good job of staying in this basketball game and playing their type of ball.
Underneath to Lawrence, double teamed, but still will drive and puts it up. He's fouled. And for Cannon, is number 20, Evan Ingram, looking to the sky for answers on that foul.
Yeah, he's saying that he held his arm straight up in the air. The officials did not agree.
So Jonah Lawrence. First one up and good. 4-point lead now for Providence Day. They start this quarter with Trajan Thompson, Nick Haley, Braxton Winston, Jonah Lawrence, and Julian Johnson. Julian Johnson, a 6'8 senior, Charlie, and talk about what a valuable addition he is for the Chargers coming off the bench.
Well, Johnson's been great. He's new this year to Providence Day. He's been great on the interior offensively and defensively. He does a lot of the dirty work. He isn't a big shooter, but he is great on the offensive boards and the putbacks.
It's a good pickup. All right, Swartz, the baseline jumper will not go, but Jonah Lawrence got him.
Yeah, you'll see it again here. They say he got him on the elbow. There it is right there. Ooh, I tell you what.
Not a lot of contact.
Not a lot. It looked like he might have been right on the basketball there.
So Swartz to the free throw line. First up and good. You can cut that Chargers lead back to 3, which is where we were at the start of this third quarter.
Swartz looking for point number 26 here.
Gets the roll and got it.
Wow.
He's outscored the rest of his team.
Tell you what, if either one of these teams goes on a big run, it's going to be lights out here. We're just kind of lollipopping through this second half.
I agree. Cannot afford to give up a spurt. You want to be the team that makes a spurt, can't afford to give up one.
Tyler Martin into the game now, a 6'3" senior. And Cannon thought they had the steal. Che Roth unhappy. Let's look at it. Ooh, they're calling Swartz on the foul. That a warning on Che Roth?
I think they did warn the Cannon bench.
Okay.
And Swartz got an explanation by one of the officials under the basket. You see it right there. That's a great job by our crew. Excellent job by our crew. He was getting an explanation as to why that was a foul.
So we have a timeout here. 6:43 left in the ball game, and a very tight one. Just a 3-point lead for Providence Day. Tonight's Bahakel Sports Game of the Week is brought to you by Queen City Audio, Video and Appliances, their outdoor kitchen and tailgate headquarters. And by Acosta Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, the household name for quality and trust. And by Charlotte's hometown legal firm. If you're injured, call the Downer Law Firm. It's Che Roth, the bald head. Final instructions. You know, Charlie, we haven't seen too much of a rotation here by Providence Day. No Brendan Raven in there. I think Braxton Winston and Julian Johnson have been about the only players that have come in tonight for Ron Johnson.
Well, the Chargers have stayed, like you said, in a 7-man rotation. This is a big game, and it's really interesting that this is where Coach Johnson goes in the biggest moments, staying tight in the rotation.
And it's seeding, too, in the playoffs, so it's important. All right. Chargers with the ball in the 3-point lead. Out front, Braxton Winston faked the three. Setting it up for Appling. Oh, wow, a traveling call on Jordan Appling as he... Well, that was some kind of ball movement, Reggie. Well, that ball was all over the place.
When the whistle blew, I actually thought it was going to be a 3-second call on Johnson inside, but that wasn't the case. I didn't realize he had taken an extra step over there.
Swartz, baseline jumper, got it. He's been deadly tonight.
Well, he's been doing that all game, taking that mid-range shot from the right side. No matter what kind of defense you put on him, he's going to get that shot off. And no matter what kind of defense you put on him, it's going to be a good shot.
It's a 1-point lead. Long three-pointer, Braxton Winston off the back of the iron.
I actually thought Winston should have taken the one right before that one as opposed to that one. And
getting the roll is Vince. That's his third three-pointer of the game. He doesn't shoot much, but he makes them.
He does. It's a quality shot, and he's able to drill it deep and give his team their first lead in quite a while, actually.
And the Cannon faithful here at Providence Day making their voices known. 2-point lead. Down low, Johnson.
I think you got to repost it. Throw it back in there. Absolutely. He's got to go mouse in the house down there.
Good defense by Cannon.
Give it to him again. I think you got to give it to him again.
Chargers have to reset.
Stay patient.
Winston down low to Lawrence. Turns up off the glass. No good. Battle for the rebound. Vincent's got it. He loses the handle. Held in. Wow, no foul. There's got to be a foul there on Jonah Lawrence, I think. Let's wait and see.
Well, two officials blew the whistle at the same time. Now they're going to see who has what first. Going to go against the Chargers.
Ron Johnson in disbelief down there. He says, what's the call?
We get Jonah Lawrence on the foul. A lot going on down there, and that's going to be number 4 on Lawrence.
We're midway through this fourth quarter, 4:34 to go, and Chargers had a 3- and 4-point lead, but now the Cougars with a 2-point lead and the basketball. All right, checking back in, Jordan Appling, the senior. Jonah Lawrence comes out. So we're getting down to what they say the nitty-gritty here.
That's interesting what happened right there. Appling came out, and then he went right back in with no time off the clock. Nobody caught it.
Okay. Vincent out front. Schwartz. Guarded by Haley. Now Thompson. Schwartz will dish it off to Vincent. Vincent, left hand layup won't go. Thompson the rebound, but a nice move, just no finish.
Good pass
Thompson
by
for
Winston.
three. No good. Chargers have the loose ball.
And you hit the nail on the head there, Charlie. No pun intended. That was the right pass by Winston. Looking opposite there. Great vision. Got him an easy look.
Thompson. The right side to Appling. The Chargers offense has gone cold here of late.
I think Appling's got to get more aggressive offensively as Vincent tries to play the passing lane. I think Appling can – I think his ability on the perimeter in particular, if they're going to continue to have Isaiah Henry guard him, that 205-pound frame, I think Appling can go by him consistently.
I agree.
Timeout, 3:30 left in the basketball game. Cannon with a 2-point lead. Back in just a moment. Going to be an exciting finish. 3:30 left in a 2-point lead by the Cannon Cougars. Bahakel Sports and our Charlotte Independent School Athletic Association varsity boys basketball game tonight. I'm Tim Donnelly with the play-by-play. Our color analyst Charlie Hitt here from Providence Day School, and Reggie Walker, producer at the Sports Journal. Chargers have the basketball now and a chance for the lead, or chance for to tie or the lead with a three. Good man-to-man defense now. Thompson. Timeout. Reggie stacking man-to-man defense there by Cannon, forcing the Chargers to regroup and take a timeout.
Yeah, good smart timeout there. The defense, the pressure, they were denying every pass opportunity, and it forced a timeout call there. You got to give credit to this Cannon defense extending all the way out, making it work.
We've had a great time. I want to thank our cameramen today for doing an outstanding job here at the Mozak Athletic Center on the campus of Providence Day School. Will Worthen, Isaac Pelletier, and Tyree Glenn. Of course, our producer, Brad Hugh, and our executive producer, Mike Moore. They did a lot of work for us to get this game started. Also, our distinguished sports information director here at Providence Day School, David Oliver.
D.O. Shout out to D.O.
Yes.
Always good to see D.O.
Oh, yeah. And second-year assistant athletic director, Rod Rochelle. You know Rod, right?
Shout out to Big Rod. Yep. Also coaches, I found out. Now he's coaching again, coaching some baseball here.
Oh, okay.
Love to hear it. He's a good guy and, from all accounts, a good baseball coach. Obviously, I never played for him.
We got a great athletic staff here at Providence Day, again led by Nancy Beatty, our distinguished athletic director. All right, Chargers put it in play now, trailing by 2, 3:10 to go.
Shout out to football coach Chad Greer as well. Saw him earlier.
He's here, yep.
Always good to see him.
What a job he's done.
What a person he is. Great guy.
Down
Nice
low,
pass.
Trajan Thompson. No foul. Rejected. Schwartz the ball.
Well, I'm shocked they didn't call that.
Vincent a three. This time it won't go. Oh my goodness. Did Henry have control of that ball?
I'll tell you
Reggie?
what's interesting about this one. If Braxton Winston doesn't take the basketball away from him, that's a charge. But because he snatches the ball away, I still think it probably should have been more of a held ball. I thought that was a held ball there. But instead, it becomes a foul because he looks to make a play instead of just taking the 210 pounds of Henry right into his chest.
Charlie, couple big free throws here for Isaiah Henry.
Very big free throws. Time running down on the Chargers. And this is an opportunity for the Cougars to make it a two-score game.
First one good by Henry. That's a three-point lead now. And he can make it 4. The Chargers got to get a bucket or two here. Second one also rolls in. 4-point lead, 2:42 to go. Now we got a little bit of a press coming from Cannon.
Yeah, Cannon just trying to slow the Chargers down from getting into their offense, make them uncomfortable, try to speed them up, force them to make a mistake potentially.
Deuce Haynes, top of the arc. Give it away to Braxton Winston in the lane. It's off and no good. And the boards from Tyler Martin. Long lead pass. Schwartz got it.
I tell you what.
6-point lead.
The Chargers bench was looking for, as you see, the deflection there to knock the ball out of bounds. The Chargers bench was looking for it travel the other way. I got to admit, I think I agree with them completely. I thought he took an extra step there, Schwartz, on the layup.
Down low. It's up good. And a foul. Braxton Winston has a chance to make it a 3-point play. And Charlie, it's an opportune time for a 3-point play. Providence Day really needed that one.
They really did. Braxton Winston, great job being aggressive down low. He gets rewarded by going to the free throw line. And like we saw with the girls' game earlier, the Providence State Chargers are never out of it. They were down by 10 in the girls' varsity game in the second half. And they've been down here the majority of the fourth quarter. We'll see how they respond now.
Winston gets the bucket. It's a 3-point game now, and now it's the Chargers with a bit of a press.
And Schwartz better take care of the basketball because Winston has lightning quick hands.
Pull-up jumper, baseline, Schwartz. He has been deadly tonight.
Well, you know he's looking for that step back, and he's got a big body, so he'll kind of lean into you to create a little contact. That gives him a little bit of extra space created to knock that one down.
Jordan Appling for 3. Nothing but net for Appling. It's a 2-point game. 1:30 left.
And Appling was looking for a foul there as well. Didn't get it, but big-time shot there from deep.
Timeout, Cannon. And Reggie, I'm wondering if it is a little bit more advantageous to put somebody a little taller on Schwartz. Those baseline jumpers, he's sinking them with regularity.
Yeah, the issue is what they're trying to do. I think the concept behind it is staying in front of him and forcing him to take those tough step backs, as well as the quickness, maybe the hands of a guy like Winston. His quick hands can create a turnover and knock that ball away.
I think the problem with Providence State's defense, it's not even the defense, it's just the offense of Schwartz. Every time he's getting to his spot, he's making that shot. And if I'm Coach Johnson, what more does Schwartz need to show me before I start double teaming, especially now in the clutch?
Yeah, that's an interesting point, right? You trap it out of his hands, and maybe you even trap it on the catch, right? As soon as he catches, you send a second defender. The problem is he's such a willing passer and a good ball handler. They get that ball whipping around. You're out of sync. You're in a bad rotation. You could give up a layup. So he presents a lot of problems. I think the main thing I would tell my guys, though, is beat him to the spot. If you can draw an offensive foul at this point in the game, I think that'll deter him from being aggressive down the stretch.
Chargers setting up their defense. Cougars back on the floor now.
I want to make a point, though, Charlie, because I think you're right. I think what I would do at least one time is run that double at him.
Sure.
Because the next time he catches it, he's going to be looking for it. Now he's thinking instead of playing instinctive basketball.
You see him doing that same thing right now, going to the right side in isolation on Winston.
Swartz.
So that time Winston beat him to the spot.
Great defense by Winston.
Swartz in the lane, drills it.
What
That's just a tough shot, right? Great defense, better offense.
That's been the story of the entire game. Swartz over 30 points today, 34 to be exact. He's just been literally unstoppable.
Haley, no good. 45 seconds left. Cannon will try to try to run some time down, forcing the Chargers to foul. 4-point lead. Chargers with 4 fouls. One more putting Cannon in the bonus.
Yeah, Thompson tried to close out. Tyler Martin recognized the close and just put it on the floor to go by him, and that's what created the foul.
It's out front. Swartz. Fouled.
I thought he got away with a little bit of a clear out or a ward off, if you will, with that left hand, and then he dipped the shoulder into the chest. Tough call right there.
And that's the 5th on the Chargers, so it's also going to put Swartz at the free throw line.
Austin Swartz, a dominating performance tonight. He has put the Cougars on his back and then some. He's got a chance for 2 more.
And Trajan Thompson just fouled out of this game.
All right. It's a blow for Ron Johnson. Well, Charlie and Reggie, if the folks from Miami are watching this game, I'm going to celebrate tonight.
Oh, Coach Larrañaga is fired up for sure. Probably at several things, including
Chargers
his
have
game.
to hurry. Jonah Lawrence fouled. We'll get a chance for 2 here. 27 seconds to go. Needless to say, Lawrence will need these for sure, and the game is not over yet. They cut it to 1 possession.
I think one of the things that high school basketball teams don't take advantage of is not having a shot clock. The Cougars don't need to take a single shot here. If the Chargers decide not to foul, the Cougars can pass it around and run the clock down. But I'm sure we'll see Providence State try to foul.
Well, I think what we'll see initially, I think they'll try to either trap it initially and get a steal. If they don't do that, somebody will try to draw a 5-second call, and then after that, they'll go to the foul game. So it's a 1-possession game, and if you're Cannon, you don't want to check out here because you can get yourself in trouble. But I think we may see a double come here. There's the trap.
Full court press.
Now they'll give it. I think they played it the right way, though. You press it, see if you can get a 5-second or force a turnover. Then you trap it to give you an extra option. And then when they get it into the front court, then you foul.
Lincoln Vinson will go to the free throw line for a couple with 18 seconds to go.
Most coaches don't love to work on that because they don't want to anticipate being in that predicament. But that was well executed by the Chargers. That shows you how well coached they are.
Brendan Raven, number 12, makes his first appearance into the Chargers lineup. He's a sophomore. And his first shot is no good.
So this makes it interesting here.
Yes.
If he misses this free throw, the Chargers are going to have plenty of time to get the ball down the floor and get a shot off.
Yeah, I think if he misses, we'll see a timeout.
He got it, and that was a big one.
I think the Chargers will get the ball across half court and then call a timeout. Oh, no, they just play
Nick
through it.
Haley, three-pointer. No good. Vincent dribbling with 5 seconds to go. Finally, he's fouled by Brendan Raven, but that's going to be it. Cannon has come into the Mozak Athletic Center and upset the Chargers of Providence Day. Austin Swartz, 35 points.
He's been absolutely excellent. And it'll be interesting to see how this goes down the stretch, because the teams will end up, if this holds, splitting the season series, both winning on the road at each other's place, and they'll both be 7-2 in conference play after tonight.
All over Che Roth, and the Cougars have come into Providence Day and knocked off the Chargers 61-56. A big win for Che Roth and company. And again, MVP, not even a doubt, Will Swartz. He was absolutely dominant tonight, Charlie. And again, the offense for the Chargers just wasn't there in that second half.
Well, it really wasn't. I mean, the Chargers got out to a lead in the fourth quarter, but then didn't execute to end the game.
So that's the final. Cannon comes in and upsets Providence Day 61-56. For our great crew and our color analysts Charlie Hitt and Reggie Walker, this is Tim Donnelly. Good night from Providence Day School.